Check, check. Hi everyone. Today is Monday, November 29th, and I just reviewed my last video. And just to explain, I had a UTI, and my video, I was drained. I had made it worse by driving around and not using the restroom, and by the end of that I could just see how drained I was. So it's a good thing I make these, because I actually do forget everything, and I go back and I'm like, oh my god, Ian paid me $20 to drive him, and oh, I did this and I paid this much for these shoes and all this. Well, anyway, right now I am sitting outside. Let's see if I can angle this. I probably should have got this better before I started the camera. Anyway, I'm sitting outside at my grandma's house where I reside for now, and it's my day off. I'm off this Monday and I'm off Wednesday. I got my Starbucks coffee because I am using a cold brew in the fridge that I make my own with Four Sigmatic coffee, but I didn't refill it yet. So this is my one stop, my once a week. If I do, I'll do once a week at Starbucks. And I always get a cold brew because it's less acidic, doesn't harm. That's why I get UTIs and stuff. Like, if anything knocks my balance off, I'm so sensitive. So I have to do cold brew because that's the least acidic of coffee. I have to take a probiotic in the morning, take one at night, and if I do anything to knock that balance off, then I'm screwed for like a week and have to be very careful. But anyway, TMI, I don't really care, because this is informational. Cheers. I realize I'm really funny too, like low-key funny, in my little things I do. Like, looking back at my videos, I think I'll enjoy watching those. I think I'm a little boring sometimes, like for the average Joe to watch, but once again, I don't mind. I don't care so much because these videos are for myself to look back on. But I digress. So anytime the sun's out, you will catch me outside. Catch me outside. When the sun is out, catch me outside, because I need that vitamin D. It feels so nice. It wakes me up. Today I'm a little drained, just a little tired. I did go to sleep at 1 a.m., which isn't bad for me. It's usually 12 on days that I work, but since I don't work, I kind of watch a little more YouTube, watch a little more Soft White Underbelly, which is he does interviews with people on the streets and anyone who's going through things, and I will really enjoy it. Favorite interviews, favorite thing to watch. You really get insight into people and why they are the way they are. But I love it. I really know that I'm destined to do psychology because I have loved these things my whole life. Before Tupac Shakur was even famous in the eyes of these young millennials and Gen Zs, I was about 11 or 12, something around there, 13 maybe, and we would go to Blockbuster and I'd always get documentaries, and there was one on Tupac, and I watched it, and it was of him in his younger days, and it wasn't an amazing documentary, but it was, those are my favorite, the ones that aren't amazing, because they have videos of like just kind of crappy quality videos of them back in the day, and they don't cut anything out, which I love. And you know, I just love seeing how people do life. And a lot of times I look like I'm staring at people, which I am, but I'm not judging in the way that, ew, look at her, or whatever. No, there's none of that. It's, sorry, I keep moving the table. It is observing and learning. And I think that's what I'm destined to do. I'm going to teach first, teach little ones, because anytime they come into my job at the cosmetic store and they interact with me, it's the best thing ever. I mainly like kindergarten to first to second to third, maybe around that age. And then, you know, I'm not a great teacher. To little ones, I think I am, but I'm more like where I stopped, I think I'm gonna teach. So today, what I'm gonna do, I'm taking it easy because I love to take my days off easy. I don't have kids, I don't have a boyfriend, I don't have major responsibilities. Life is good, life is great. I've waited this long to not take on extracurricular responsibilities, so I'm gonna take it easy still. I'm gonna have a child around 36. That's what I plan. That is a great age. I have experienced my wholesomeness, my oneness with myself. I've experienced multiple men. I've experienced life at the core of it all, at the worst of it all. And so bringing a child in at 36, I think that's a really good age. Maybe married, 35, yeah. So I still am talking to Mr. Kyle, and got it across to him that we're friends. I have to get my career together. I have to get myself together before anything else. Not talking to someone and making my boundaries clear like that is really helpful to my self-confidence and how I walk about my life. I'm more secure in what I think about myself and who I am and my feelings, and it comes across to other people. Days like today, he's coming to pick up his nuts because my Grammy does a nut order through her church, and he ordered almonds. And I don't want to hold these almonds anymore. I don't want to throw them away. I don't want to eat them. He paid for them. They're his. So he's going to come get them. But in that, there's that awkwardness of, yes, we're going to spend some time together, but it is also my day off, my day to enjoy myself and get things finished. Anytime you bring someone else in who you've had a past with, an intimate anything with, those are what I've been worried about, is those boundaries and remaining strong in them. So I think I'm gonna send him a text and be like, hey, just to let you, I don't know, it seems so weird, but it has given me a little bit of anxiety. Let him know, you know, these are still my boundaries. Career comes first. I cannot cross these lines because it lowers my confidence and in myself and my boundaries. I don't know, something like that. But I do feel better the more strict I am on who I am, what I'm doing for myself, and I tend to digress whenever I don't stay strict on those boundaries. So it's not like I can do anything anyway. My system, like I said, is very sensitive, and I had that UTI going on last week. It's not like I want intimacy in that way. It's just even a peck, a kiss, anything like that, I'm just like, I cannot confuse myself. or him for that matter. I can't think about other people anymore when it comes to that. I've always felt a little bad for guys, like, oh, well, I did this to him, so I should, no, fuck that. That messes me up, excuse me. It messes things up. It's about me. I have had friends in the past that are like, well, that was mean, and you should have done this. No, I don't tell you that about the people you kick to the curb. I don't tell you how to do your life. If you're my friend, you don't tell me, oh, you're mean, you should have done this. I don't do that, because I'm struggling enough as it is, and I know who I am. I know that I'm a good person. I know I mean well. And sometimes I fall a little bit. And sometimes I make the wrong decision. But to say I should have done this, or to think of me in a certain way that I'm not, that's not a friend. No, I am struggling. I have always had issues with men that I have created. I understand that, but it's something that I have to get better at. And to do that, I need to put myself first and my career first. I'm 31 years old, and there is a reality to I'm behind on things. I'm behind on certain things, and I know that's in the eyes of the beholder, I guess, because I'm not truly behind. If you look at a lot of how people are has to do with how they grew up, certain instances, certain things that happened, and I was gonna discuss that in my last video, but I didn't, because it's going into something that doesn't really need to be addressed. I had, great things happen, but this is relative to my personality and what situations made certain things in my head happen, and why I went one way or the other. But you don't ever get, one thing I've learned from these interviews is you don't give power to instances in your past or now or ever to why you are the way you are. You are the way you are because of you, and that gives you the power to know that and to do better. I could have not had a father. I could have not had a mother. I could have been raised by my father and a stepmother who was horrible to me. I could have had so many situations that did not happen, and for that I feel very blessed. And if those situations did happen, I know my path would have been more difficult, and with my personality, who knows where I would have been. But I do know I would, if it's me, in any situation, I am very introspective, and I know what's going on, but I have a hard time implementing the right steps to get out of whatever I'm in. So I'm very aware of me and how I am and the world around me. But to do the right thing when you don't have those influences around you, that's a different story. My brother and I require good influences around us, and that's for most people. But for us to really make a change or to do better, we need to be surrounded by those kind of people, or even in our close circle somewhere, just one person. So that's what we've both done really well at in the past couple of years, and at this point, I'm going to end the video in a minute, but I save money. Right now I have saved, I'm at $2,500 in savings. And though that savings by May, December, January, February, March, April, May, like 6 months, I should have a high amount of my student loans paid off. I have $18K to go, and that is my main thing, is to just pay that off ASAP. I'm excited. Now I do falter a little sometimes. I transfer like $5, $10, $20, $50 out of that savings, and I do have to replace it within the next week. But I'm still on a good roll. I'm on a good track. I have started my people out here are crazy. That's the dogs, I guess. This neighborhood is full of like older people. It's kind of creepy. There's no kids here. Yeah, so I'm proud of myself. I have a goal: save money. It's $500 a week is what I save. Be better to my Grammy. Now I make sure I'm trying to get her to eat healthy. I've got her those Ensure nutritious drinks. Now I'm gonna start cooking from the crock pot that she's never used. And then, what else? Just be thankful and grateful for what I have right now. Because I see the steps coming. I see a family coming. I see a child coming. I see greatness coming. I see healthy coming. And I see myself having my dreams come true. And my dreams are teaching, doing psychology, and having a home with at least 1 acre to 2 acres around it, and a stimulating relationship and children, and fostering or adopting children. And that's all I want from the world. That's all I want. And of course the kids, they come number one. My little siblings are there's the male guy, and like, I don't know, people are weird because I looked over, but he didn't look over till he was already like down the street. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, my little siblings are number one, always. So half of this stuff I'm doing for them, but yeah. Oh, here he comes again. But yeah, talk to you later. Bye. I've got to add this really quick. The mailman came by. I guess Grammy had a package. That's why he like whipped around, like looked over here. Here's the package right here. But it's her Thrive Living or whatever. I don't know what she does. But he's this tall, dark man, and he walks up, skinny guy, and I'm just smiling at him, and he's listening to his old R&B, and comes up and he's like, "How are you doing today?" I was like, "I'm well, how are you?" He said, "I'm blessed." And I was like, good. I should have said I'm blessed too, but because that's what I've been talking about in this video. He got back in his mail truck, whatever, and he just like shook his head and then looked at me with a little smile, I guess. So I guess I don't know. I guess he thought I was pretty. I don't know. Who knows what people think, but That's funny. I always look at interactions with people. I'm like, when they look up at me, when they look down, how they say goodbye, how they say. I think because I'm so. Mother, Jesus Christ. I think because I'm so open to people, like, they're like, how do I react? But, so he kind of like. Anyway, I think because I'm flirtatious too. I am just naturally flirtatious. Just in general, not to men. Just I'm flirtatious. That's how I am. I'm open arms, except when I'm not. If I don't want to F with you, I don't want to F with you. Like, if you seem like you're giving me too much, then I back down. That's probably why. Because I think I give too much sometimes, so people like back up a little. Oh, but there he is making his mail runs. So I'll probably go back inside. But all right, today I'm going to check out my teaching, if I'm gonna teach in HEB, so that's where the big bucks are, and then I'm going to I'll sub for them, and then I'm going to look at my iTeach, what I need to do next, and then I'm gonna probably work out for like 30 minutes at the gym with Kyle, and then I'm gonna get some meals for the crock pot, or a meal at least, some prep, and then that's it. I think that's all I need to do. Straighten up the house, my room a little bit. Okay, bye.